Mum, the monster under my bed is gone. The cheeky guide against fear and panic in kids. Vitamin addition. What's wrong with ME? Your goal is to get the panic attack under control as quickly as possible, and with ease. With these exercises you can do it quickly and easily. You are young and it is important that you get your panic attacks under control. Otherwise you will create a comfort zone for yourself and we don't want that. Good luck. Your Lisa. I am happy to accompany you on this journey. What triggers the panic attack? The fight-flight reflex. I want to get away. The emotional part in us. Love, joy, hate, anger, addictive substances. For example, cigarettes, alcohol and many more. Please never start with them. It will harm you so much. During a panic attack you are not always able to think logically. That is the fight-flight reflex. Observe your physical symptoms. How does my body react during a panic attack? 5 examples. Breathing becomes more difficult. I can't breathe. My sweat is very cold. I'm getting really hot. I'm almost burning. My heart is beating faster and faster. I think I'm going to die. I get diarrhea. I have severe stomach pain. Observing your emotional thought symptoms. I think I'm going to die. I'm about to fall over and what will everyone think of me then? I'm just scared and feel helpless. I'm losing control of myself. And what will everyone think of me then? I have always been weak, but now everyone can see it. Your exercise. Write down exactly what your first panic attack was like. The first step on your path to health is to realize that it was just a panic attack. How did my body react to an acute panic attack? You can't control how your body reacts, but together we will learn that you can. Your Lisa. It's important to go to the doctor and get yourself checked out. If everything is physically okay, the doctor will diagnose anxiety and panic attacks. Don't worry, there is a solution. The body senses danger and a possible attack at this moment. Real danger, non-real danger. Now the question arises, is it a real danger or an unreal danger? Real danger. The real danger is, for example, if I am standing in front of a large predatory cat and it possibly wants to attack me. Not real danger. This is the most common emotion during a panic attack, where my brain sends me a false thought of danger. But this danger is not real. There is no big cat in front of me. What pain and symptoms does this trigger in my body? The flight reflex. I have to get away quickly. This has existed since the beginning of humanity. The body receives instructions from the brain to flee. There is a real danger. So the body is prepared to escape the danger as quickly as possible. And these are the physical symptoms. The intestines have to be emptied so that I can run faster. This is common in the animal kingdom. My body needs to warm up, so my heart rate increases. Your body is now ready to flee, but you don't need to. I see something blurry. Breathing becomes more intense. The body needs oxygen for blood circulation. Numb fingers. Muscle pain. This is related to the blood circulation. These are the physical symptoms when the body calms down. Hence the other symptoms when your body calms down again. Since my body has recognized that it was an imaginary danger, the harmful substances are broken down again. Cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline. This is the cold sweat. So you see, how your body reacts is okay. There is a logical explanation for everything. This tip helps immediately. I tell you, stop. No, I am healthy. Stop. I am safe. Your exercise. Write down. How long was my longest panic attack? What was I most afraid of? Comfort zone. We have created a comfort zone so that we don't have to deal with the outside world. Get out of your comfort zone. You don't have to be afraid. The comfort zone is nice. You always feel safe. But the truth is unfortunately more frightening. Because your comfort zone gets smaller and smaller, and at some point you won't leave your house anymore and you'll become very lonely. So be ready and move on now. You have already come so far. Kisses. Your Lisa Marie Baitler. What are the fears behind it? What if something happens to me? What if people can see that I'm afraid? What if I just fall over? What if I'm not as strong as I seem? What if I don't like the people I meet while shopping? What if I embarrass myself in public? What if my heart starts pounding so loudly and I can't control it? What if my face turns white and everyone stares at me? What if I embarrass my family with my behavior? What if I start screaming because I feel anger and everyone thinks I'm crazy? I'm afraid of how people judge me. As a person, not the situation. I'm afraid of being excluded from the group. I'm afraid that my behavior will make me lonely. What if you are not the one in the present? In the present everything is okay. No fear in the present, everything is okay. These are the fears of the future. But never forget, the future is not yet written. Kisses. Your Lisa. Your self-image. What is important is your self-image. Who you are. What you think of yourself. Please don't look at yourself critically. You are only human and people are allowed to be afraid too. Write down your strengths that you are proud of. 5 sentences for you. Write down what you have already achieved. 5 sentences for you. Say this sentence to yourself 3 times a day. I am proud of my life. Your exercise. Write down. What else do I want to achieve in my life? I am proud of my life. Where does the panic attack come from? Stress. The panic attack is like a false alarm in the body. The body feels panic even though there is no situation for panic. For example, an alarm goes off from a car alarm system without the car being touched. So false alarm. There are various triggers for a panic attack. Addictive substances such as alcohol or cigarettes. Don't even start with that. Stress. When you are overloaded in life. Conflicts in the family. Stress is a huge trigger for panic attacks. So become aware of what stresses you out the most in life. Forms of stress. I'm afraid of losing someone. I'm afraid of not being able to do everything. I am afraid of losing my health. I'm afraid of not being loved. I'm afraid of having a panic attack. There are a number of situations that can make you afraid. Please write down the 5 most frightening ones, and next to them the solution. Fear. Solution. For example, losing health. Eat healthily. Stop smoking. Say this sentence to yourself 3 times a day. I am proud that I find solutions for my stress. I am strong and brave. The stress that causes physical or emotional pain turns into hate or anger behavior that only harms your body. Don't let this happen. Don't let anger and hate into your life. Your exercise. In which situations do you feel the most stress? Write 10 of them. Notice if you have anger, revenge, despair, feel. Say this sentence to yourself 3 times a day. I am in the here and now. I am in the present. Tip. You can also pinch your finger briefly. Habits. Wrong habits. Bad habits that have been passed down to us. What are bad habits that were already passed on to us by our parents or grandparents? Fears. Panic. Fury. hate, despair. These are examples. My grandma always had trouble breathing when it was foggy. I don't like going for a walk when it's foggy. My mother was always afraid of flying. That's why I have never flown on an airplane in my life. My grandma was always arguing with the neighbors. I can't make friends with my neighbors either. I want to show you that it is also quite possible that you have already adopted the fear and panic states from your parents or grandparents. New thought pattern for you. Say this sentence 3 times a day. Thank you, but I'll give you back your fears. I have my own life. Your exercise. If you also have a series of examples, enter them below. Habits. Solution. For example, fear of flying. Thank you, but I'll give you back your fears. I have my own life. New habits. Start a new journey in your life and learn your own habit. You are strong. You're Lisa. But don't forget you always have to know the goal. Your exercise. Enter your new habits here. Habits. Strengthening the habit. For example, I love flying on holiday by plane. I am strong and this is my habit. Be ready to become a mature and responsible young person who lives his own right habits. 10 tips for your new self. As a strong person with your own right habits, I don't always apologize. I help myself first, then I help others. I say no if I don't want to. I treat my body responsibly. I solve my problems myself. I don't need validation from other people. I don't gossip about other people when they are not there. I think positively. Your exercise. Write down what new habits you want to use in your everyday life. See things positively. Thoughts are powerful. Many people are always very negative. And that is exactly what you should not adopt. Because someone who thinks negatively cannot experience joy in life. Find people who also like to think positively. What are positive thoughts? I'm happy to be healthy. Perfect. I am looking forward to the visit of my family. I am happy that I can buy a new car in 2 years. What are negative thoughts? I'll get sick when I get older anyway. I can never buy a new car anyway. I'm glad when the family goes again. Look at yourself critically. How positive are you? Be aware that you often have more negative thoughts than positive ones. It's okay. We're only human. But now be ready to change it. The power of false attraction. Imagine you have an antenna on your head and you only send out negative thoughts. And what happens is that only negative thoughts come back. Send positive thoughts every day full of love and gratitude. And after a few days you will be much happier. The way our brain works is amazing. You give your brain the following information. Please don't think negatively. And what happens is that the brain cannot process a not or a no. So you give the command. Think negative. Tip. Your senses help you feel. I can already feel the new leather steering wheel of my new car. You will notice how your hands really feel it. Seeing. I see before my eyes how beautiful the color of my new car is. Smell. I smell the new leather of my car. Hearing. I hear the engine purring beautifully when it starts. Use these tips to reprogram your positive thoughts. Your exercise. Write down your new favorite positive thoughts, and take this sheet and stick it on your fridge. Good luck. You can do it. My head cinema. Sometimes my head just goes crazy and I have so many things to think about. School. Family, my friends. I'm totally overwhelmed. Attention. You can organize it well. You're Lisa. Emergency aid. Imagine you're sitting on a roller coaster, and now it's going backwards with you. And the thoughts are gone. Sing an annoying song, a Christmas song, and your thoughts immediately become less intense. Go out into the fresh air and touch a tree or the grass. Breathe in slowly 5 times and breathe out quickly. And enjoy the beautiful day. Make the photos in your head really small and pink. That way you won't be able to recognize these images anymore and they won't bother you anymore. I'm glad you're already feeling much better. Your Lisa. Your exercise. Write down which method of emergency aid helped you the most. I will become braver. Yes, it takes a lot of courage to change your life. But you will see that it is worth it. What do you mean by courage? I have several examples for you. Old school, annoying teachers, bad friends. New school, the courage to find which school you really want. Go and look at lots of them with your parents. To find new friends and forget the old ones. It is courageous to make decisions that are outside your comfort zone. You can only make these decisions alone. Your exercise. Write down where you are ready to become a little braver. By making courageous decisions, you will gain new self-confidence. Trust your gut feeling. These vitamins will help you. Panic attacks can be triggered by a variety of factors, including deficiencies of certain vitamins and minerals. Here are some important vitamins that may be linked to panic attacks. Vitamin B complex. Vitamin B plays an important role in regulating the nervous system. A deficiency in vitamin B can lead to increased stress and anxiety. B vitamins such as B6, pyridoxine, B9, folic acid, and B12, cobalamin, are particularly important. Vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency has been linked to an increased susceptibility to depression and anxiety disorders. It plays an important role in regulating mood and emotional well-being. Magnesium. Magnesium deficiency can lead to increased irritability, nervousness and anxiety symptoms. It is important for the relaxation of muscles and nerves and helps regulate stress hormones. Omega-3 fatty acids. Although not vitamins in the strictest sense, omega-3 fatty acids are essential nutrients linked to mental health. A deficiency in omega-3 fatty acids can destabilize mood and increase anxiety symptoms. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that can help protect the body from the effects of stress. A deficiency in vitamin C could lead to increased susceptibility to stress and anxiety. It is important to note that many factors can contribute to the onset of panic attacks, and a vitamin deficiency is just one of them. If you suspect that your panic attacks may be related to a vitamin deficiency, it is advisable to discuss this with a doctor or nutritionist for appropriate diagnosis and treatment. Rights and ownership notice. This audiobook is published and distributed by Bildungszwecken LLC. All copyrights, publishing rights, distribution rights, audio rights, and related intellectual property rights for this work have been lawfully and exclusively acquired by Bildungszwecken LLC. Bildungszwecken LLC is the sole and unrestricted rights holder of this audiobook, including the right to reproduce, distribute, publish, monetize, and publicly perform the content on digital platforms such as YouTube. The original manuscript files, source documents, and contractual acquisition records serve as proof of lawful ownership. The original author and/or their authorized representative, Renovatio LLC, has transferred all relevant rights to Bildungszwecken LLC in accordance with applicable copyright and publishing law. This ownership applies to all current and future uses of this work, including audio, video, and digital publications. Effective date of rights ownership: the 1st of February 2026. Any unauthorized use, reproduction, re-upload, redistribution, or claiming of this content is strictly prohibited. Copyright Testbericht Institut LLC. All rights reserved.